Let's move on to our third finalist. I'd like to introduce Q.
Thank you, Tash, and thank you all for being here. Firstly, guys, I'd just like to say I really respect all of you for making the decision to spend your time here this Thursday. You could be doing it something else, but here we are, so thank you guys. That commitment means a lot to me. Now, how many of you guys here tonight came to be here to become part of a project or to become part of a movement beyond just helping funding it, by a show of hands? Some of you, yes. Now guys, this is interaction. Interaction's a good thing, that's all good, we'll move on. And how many of you guys here tonight would like to become part of a movement targeting underutilized spaces and helping them truly blossom into lively hubs of activity? This is something I prepared earlier, don't worry about it, by a show of hands, guys. Hands up in the air, beautiful. And how many of you guys are just single and you came to meet other single people, by a show of hands? That's cool, we'll sort that out later. But firstly, guys, my name's Q Faraday. I'm here to talk to you about how we can really harness the qualities of the really good public spaces that are working for us here in Sydney, and collectively using community collaboration come together and not only help businesses thrive, but also help all of us, help all these strangers come together, meet each other and help each other, something I'm passionate about. Now, it hasn't always been so easy for me. It took a lot of effort and time to get here. I started the research phase of this project on the street. This is me here, somewhere. That's me. So I spent, because I'm passionate about public space, I thought to change public space, you have to really experience public space. So I spent 20 days and 20 nights in public space confinement. So that's 480 hours in only public space, meaning I can't go home, have a shower, I can't go to a friend's, I can't pay admission into a restaurant or a nightclub because it's not deemed as free and accessible public space. I did this to work out, what if that's all we had from a design perspective? What if we only had our public space to live off? How would that change the way we design the spaces? And to really experience 24/7 round the clock, which elements are working for us, which ones are connecting us, and which are not. And of course, that's just basic physics, I guess, that the more of something we do have, the less of something else there can't be, because the space on Earth is limited. Lovely jubbly. Now, I could share a number of stories of like washing in Darling Harbour Fountain, sleeping in train stations and parks and all that kind of stuff, but we don't have time. One story, I woke up on day 14, just before this photo was taken, and I woke up outside Central Station just after sleeping there, experiencing that exposure. And I looked down at my feet, woke up completely alone after a pretty rough sleep, and this is what I found. Hello, the slide. I found at my footsteps, at my feet rather, where it was a bag full of food, a $5 note, and a note saying, "God bless you and may He keep you safe and warm." Right, so there I was, standing physically alone, right? And suddenly I felt completely connected to the people around me. And I just thought, even though I was completely alone at the time, I was by myself, I thought there seems to be a lot of amazing people out there. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. How many of you out there have felt that connection to a stranger or someone they've just met, by a show of hands, right? Someone they've just met. I know the connection, it feels good. So I thought to myself, from a design perspective, how do we get more of these little magic moments in our cities? How can we get more of these moments, these interactions, these relationships blossoming, all these ideas coming to us, all these collaborative movements coming just from small moments like this? So, delayed clicker. This is my thinking clouds. It took me 5 minutes on Google to find appropriate clouds. Notice the sun's in the right-hand corner, which is forward movement, it's evolution, it's progression. Anyway, so I thought to myself, how can I harness my skills in bars? I've been managing bars for the last couple of years. How can I best attack this and create moments across the city using the community? So I came up with Being Public. Essentially, it's a design-build program for our students in the universities to come up with interactive design. My thoughts were we have to come up with something quick, something we can do in 6 months, something we can do on a low budget, and something that won't depend on council approvals. So we've got four venues. Wow, hello. I may as well just tell you. We've got 4 venues. How many guys? 4. Hello! Yes. 4 interactive designs. This sucks. 4 venues, 4 interactive designs. And each design has a 1,500 budget provided by the venue itself. So we're not coughing up cash. It has 2 goals: make strangers interact and help business thrive. That's it. And so, this really is average. Thank you, mate. You have to click the other way. Anyway, guys, we have to have a launch night, which is the big money. I've paid for the website, I've paid for the filming, the adventure, all that side of it. What I want to put the money towards here, if collectively you decide you want to work with me, is a big launch night, which will be putting the microphone behind the media and promoting the issue, promoting the spaces themselves. So these 4 underutilized pub spaces, and we'll be putting towards them to have a big night using my brewery contacts, and this money will be going towards a big night with promotions and subsidizing craft beer products, all that kind of stuff. As it says behind me, action is the foundation of success. I've done my stuff, but as I believe for all successful projects, we need to get our feet dirty, our hands wet, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter. And so I'd really like to work with you guys to make this next step, this next big step happen, because it's something we can achieve in 6 months, and I think it would mean a lot to Sydney business and the lovely citizens of Sydney. Thank you, guys.